Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is April 11th, 2019. I am Andrew Ione, joined by Grant Ferrero and Michael Medina. Today we'll be talking about John Dilo's seasons part, talking about Simon Jensen on welcoming the Krooked. We're going to talk about Brandon Westgate, Rough Edit. We're talking about the FP3 video. Dustin Dollin getting rocked, Sour, Sick But Suck, Emmanuel Guzman cruising around at SC, Alex Hallford's full pipe. He goes around like Tony Hawk. It was cool, but in a cylinder, like a concrete cylinder. I was talking about Nick Dompierre and Geoff Rowley on 9 Club, Antihero Black Velvet series. Nyjah Huston sent it on Saturday, but first we got to get started.
Yes.
The highlight of the week was Independence Scabs for Slabs video part. Mike Medina, I got to start with your opinion and see what you thought about this video.
There's so many things to talk about with it, right? First of all, the lineup of dudes is like all-star, Spitfire trip type shit. So I'm hyped on that because it's literally all of my favorite skaters essentially on one trip.
Mm-hmm.
Love that shit. Also, I think they picked like dudes that really work well off each other. If you notice the clips, there's a lot of dudes skating the same spot, getting different clips. It's not just like one guy went to the spot to do something, which we've kind of seen sometimes before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha, yeah.
Also, getting to see Grant Taylor skate whatever the fuck that is. That a vert ramp? Like, what is that?
No, it's like some sort of I don't know. Just leave it at I don't know.
Like kind of
it's an undefined skate spot,
dude. Right, I don't know why that thing is there.
There's no flat spot. It's literally just vert.
Yeah.
And he literally makes it just fucking. And then the developer clip at the end is awesome. The whole thing is awesome.
Yeah. That was actually gonna be my highlight. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, who was your MVP of the video?
Grant Taylor for sure, but Milton Martinez did his damn thing, dude.
Oh, okay. I would have said Pedro Delfino, but
fuck yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. That's the beauty about it. You're like, oh, I don't know who to go for.
And then I'm like, oh wait, Evan did kickflip crook and it was so perfect. Like, you know, like fuck. Yeah. I don't know. I love it. I think
yeah, go ahead.
It definitely gave me those like arson department feels, and those are my favorite series of videos.
I gotcha. Well, I have to go back and highlight they dedicated to Jake Phelps. And you know what was interesting is from all the drinking they did, I wonder if they would have gotten less scabs if they just didn't drink as much, because it seemed like they drank and then just did a trick, drank, got a trick.
Also, Colin Provost did the thing as well, bro. Yeah. That ollie over into the bank was so fucking tight.
Provost is not like Provost could somehow pop off things that no one else, like the way he skates curbs.
Yeah,
nobody can skate a curb like that.
Seeing him skate in person is fucking insane too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys notice about Pedro Delfino when he gaps out in 50-50s on that white rail and lands towards the wall? He threw his board like he was upset. Like,
yeah. It was a funny celebration.
Yeah. He said, "Fuck you, man."
Dude, how about the ollie into that like metal thingy that Louie that Louie nose blunted? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What a strange approach, right?
Wait, you're talking about the thing that Mike Anderson knows blunted, right?
Mike Anderson. I was either Louie or Mike Anderson. I was like, right when I said Louie, I was like, no, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that was Mike's ender in LSD.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Dude.
I mean, you guys definitely pointed out the main like killers in that thing, but for sure, like GT's frontside ollie on the skinny.
Oh man,
was just psycho.
Yeah, that was psycho. Yeah, that was.
And then you guys already mentioned Milton. I think since the day I've seen footage of Milton, I always thought this dude is underappreciated, and I'm glad to see the past couple of years he's been getting a lot more recognition because he has been getting a lot, and that's good, and he deserves it. But I think
he doesn't speak English so well.
Well, no.
No,
I don't think that has to do with it. I think it was just I don't know. It just happens in skateboarding. Like some dudes just get slept on for a while, and that dude has had crazy footage for so long, and he's just now. I feel like the past couple years really getting the recognition, which is rad. That's always cool to see.
He also rides for Creature.
He does, but he fits Creature.
What's up with that figgy tattoo of the Felper though? That thing was dope.
Oh yeah,
it was awesome.
That was tight.
Whoever sketched that did a good job capturing his face qualities. It's just a nose and glasses.
I'm just glad to see Figgy still skating.
Yeah, no shit, right?
After all the slams.
Look, I keep mentioning the drinking thing, but
amongst that,
they just did so much damn drinking. Every clip was drinking.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a little, yeah, I don't know.
No, go ahead. Speak your mind.
I just thought it was like a little like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, because we don't drink.
Yeah. No, well, I don't drink.
I know, but it was like,
I
I get
right.
it. Like, I get that you're there.
I do drink, and I think the vibe that they were portraying was exactly what they came across.
Look,
I mean, yeah, that's what they went and did. I don't think it's bad to portray that. I just thought it just got to a point where it was a longer video, and there was plenty of that. And I was like, okay, I get it. Like,
I liked it.
Like Evan Smith had a scab with his beer.
Dude,
anyway,
yeah.
Anyways, what I wanted to, this will be the last thing I talk about the drinking, but do you remember in the wall ride, Epically Lettered, when Andrew Owens asked Figgy not to drink because he's going to cause a lot of problems?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Well, he obviously didn't listen.
No, amongst other things.
Yeah. We got to move over.
What do you think?
Yeah,
wait. I have one more thing before we switch topics. On the Scabs to Slabs, Figgy does a 50-50 to Smith. Did that?
Are we not talking about Wes Kramer too?
You want to talk about Wes?
We can talk about Wes.
Shit, dude, it's the
What's
lineup. I keep forgetting the lineup, man. The lineup is so heavy.
I know, what was the lineup? Can anyone remember all
we basically just said it, and then I randomly forgot Wes was in it. Like
Pedro, Wes, Evan,
yeah,
Figgy, GT, Colin.
2 Saudis.
I would say that's got to be about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Grant?
Oh, I thought it was just random to me. Like they were skating that super long rail, and Figgy did 50-50 to Smith, and then I think he ended up doing Smith 180, and then Evan feebled it. But 50-50 to Smith, that was just like caught me off guard. Like that is such a random trick to do down a rail or on anything really. Like you don't see people do 50-50 to Smith.
Is that really considered a Smith if you come in from a 50-50?
I don't know. What would you call it?
Yeah, 50-50 to get your front truck off.
I don't know. It was just random. But it was good.
You know
that you're
right.
I
you got to go over the rail. You know, you're not going over the rail. You're on
still
the rail.
going into a Smith grind.
Or a feeble?
I'd rather just see a Smith grind.
Or a feeble?
No. He came at it
I'd rather
frontside,
just see a Smith grind for sure.
Yeah, he came on it as on the 50-50.
Yeah, so frontside.
Yeah, but he's already on the rail. How can you say it's frontside if he's already on the rail?
Because he all it onto a frontside.
You're not listening to the first part I'm saying, though. He's on the rail.
Yes, but if I mean, yeah.
50-50 the front truck off.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever. How about go and start off on John Dilo, Grant?
John Dilo, back again, blowing minds. Seasons part. This is from a video. I mean, he does a lot of manuals in general. This part has almost all manuals, and that's actually because if I think some people might not know this. It's from a video that was a little longer. It's like an 8 or 10 minute thing called Seasons, and this is his section from it. And that video is pretty much all manuals, so that's why there's so many manuals. He is the only person, I will say, hands down, in the world that can do like his ender, for example. He goes bump over bar to nose manny. He does kickflip over a table to nose manny. Nollie flips out on flat ground. Yeah,
posted that, right?
Yeah. To me, it's like I love his skating. I love the way he does manuals because he does different manuals than like a normal manual skater. Like he doesn't skate like a normal manual skater, as well as the fact that he can toss in himself like kick flipping down like a 12 in a line after doing a manual is crazy. Yeah, and he absolutely killed it. There was also cool like the intro, the way they had like that flower type of thing, and then it was like a bike rack, and he nose manied around it was super rad.
The only dude I can think of that really like gives him a run for money with his like fucked up manual tricks is that Yoon guy.
Who's Yoon?
What's his name?
Oh, from San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do such different manuals.
I'm just saying, in terms of balance, dude, like those two dudes are on a different planet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean June has crazy balance.
What did I call him? Yoon?
Yeah, you said Yoon.
I went for the cultured approach.
Yeah, no, I agree. But to me, like the thing that I get psyched on about John's manuals is that they're different than any other manual skaters.
I've been saying this shit for a year now. He's the best AM out there. I mean, dude, there's Antonio, right? That's fine, but like I don't even look at him as an AM. Like John's over here.
Well, he's
like,
still AM.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like John's over here barely finding a home and shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's
insane
weird
to me, dude. Like this dude should be already in talks to get a pro board.
Who does Dilo ride for?
Already have one. He's getting almost boards now, which is sick. I like that fit. I think that's rad. I like it more than the Enjoy thing, if I'm being honest. Just as a fan,
I see him more on Habitat. Is Habitat still a thing?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Habitat's
Bobby,
a thing.
Yeah.
Bobby left.
I mean, yeah, Bobby left. Yeah, that's crazy.
What? We've talked about that on here, I think.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I can help remind or get into discussion of reminding.
Right when you said that, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, you're right, huh? Damn, what is he gonna do?"
I think he's gonna get introduced to Quasi.
Oh, that'd be so fucking cool, dude.
I think he's for sure.
That would be rad. That would be rad. Hey, let me tell you. So I was watching the seasons part, and because I was working on audio things last night, I actually watched it muted, and it made me
foul.
It made me appreciate the part more. No, hear me out.
It's weird.
So was the song good or no?
Yes.
Yeah, it's tight.
I enjoyed it.
Well, I enjoyed the video part muted.
I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I can't watch skateboarding that I don't know if you can't hear the skate sounds.
Do you want to know one thing I thought about? Do you remember the last time he was on here for his last part?
Yes, John.
Where he talked about the ender, where he talked about how he popped over some like a pile of shirts or hoodies or some shit.
He did.
And his reasoning behind it is that he couldn't find anything else, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why wouldn't you just use a fucking board and lay it sideways, like when you learned how to ollie and stuff?
I mean, he could have. Maybe he thought that the shirts were cooler.
On film. I think it'd be way better on film to do it over boards than just like a random pile of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask him.
That would have been like the John Dilo challenge in itself, dude. What? Like over board?
You're talking like if the board was primo or if it was just laying down.
No, if it was
primo would have been pretty. That would have been harder for him to do, though.
Why is that?
Because those shirts were like on the ground. Like it wasn't like those shirts were stacked up as tall as a board. Not that a board primo is like super tall, but he switched. It's taller than those shirts laying on the ground, though.
You think so? I've watched 100%. The clip, and I feel like it's like right there, dude.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Yeah, let's ask him. Somebody hit him up.
He makes me want to buy red socks.
That was random.
I like his play on the color red with the red sweater, red shoes, red socks. He's no crip. That dude is a blood. Straight up blood.
What were you psyched? Is this the first part of his that you've watched, Drew?
Yeah, that dude has high ass kickflips.
Oh, he's got a high ass everything.
Dude. That makes no sense. Like, how you going just Manny and then he's so tall too?
Is he so tall?
Is he, Grant?
He's fairly tall. I think he's like a little bit shorter than me, maybe. Like maybe a similar. He's not taller than me. He's a
giant. Then he's a damn giant.
But I don't think he's that much shorter than me.
It doesn't. To me, it doesn't make any sense that he kickflips as high as he does when he's going down shit.
No, that is so gnarly.
Like, why are you trying? Why are you trying to get high?
Create more impact.
Yeah. He swears like there's a bump to bar in front of him. Like I gotta get over that. He might
be like
a big ass mountain.
At nose manual nollie flips, he does it.
Oh, I'd say 100%. He's the best nose manual nollie flipper in the game.
Holy shit, dude! It looks like that thing is just. It looks like it's easier for him than just going straight to forward.
You know what was super rad to me was he does his ender. He goes over the bump over bar to nose manny, nollie flips to nose manny, goes off the curb. Then he swerves back in, goes into nose manny again on the curb, which you could tell didn't look very planned, and then was just like sitting in it, and then moved his foot to nollie flip, and then nollie flipped out. Like it's just so every try for him to do that, and to me that has always been like nose manny nollie flip. I just think as far as like a simple manual is one of the coolest looking manual tricks, and so for him to do it that good and consistently just looks tight.
Oh, I see. Did you see his thank you section?
I saw that he posted a thing on Instagram and said that it was supposed to be in the credits, but he forgot to.
That's hilarious.
He thanks steak.
That's his filmer's nickname.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, damn, this dude really likes beef.
All right, yeah, I mean, I can't blame him if that's true too. But
and then that was funny too because he also said, I like to thank my girlfriends.
Wait, where did you see this?
It's at the end of the video part.
Is it?
You can rewatch it after the show.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed Mikey Glover's animations at the beginning and the end of it. It looks really cool.
Those were super good.
I'm contemplating on hitting him up and maybe do some skate fillet stuff. But I really enjoyed Mikey Glover. If you guys want to check him out, I don't know his Instagram, but he is credited and it is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Simon Jensen. He's welcoming to Krooked. I got a few things to say about this. I'll start it off. They played a sample starting of the Ghostbusters theme song and then switched over to a different song. And I did the same shit. I muted his part and I played Ghostbusters over it. And it sounds so tight. I swear to God, it sounds so good.
You're so weird.
I know. Fuck you. Fuck you like listen to garbage shit. That Ghostbusters.
Did you not like the song?
Ghostbusters, bitch.
Okay, but did you not like the actual song?
Nah, not my talk.
Okay.
And just to relate it to the Ghostbusters song, you know that there's a line he does shortly after he does a front board slide, shove it out by a sewer drain.
Yes.
He was wearing a white long sleeve with white shoes. That dude was looking pretty pasty. Can you say Casper?
Your ghost jokes are trash.
No, dude,
Get
it was
that out of here.
dude. Don't talk shit until you watch it with the Ghostbusters theme song.
Yo, did you guys see that Hardy's Adidas collab?
You're trying to skip over Simon already?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Simon's rad.
Dude.
What are you doing looking at your phone during the podcast?
Because it's fucking sick. I want everything on here. Anyway.
So go ahead and tell me about Krooked.
About Simon? That he skates, he's one of the smoothest skateboarders? I think smooth is something like, that's a commonly used term in skateboarding, but to me...
Mike, don't strangle the mic.
I feel like I never know who's going to get on Krooked. Like, it's always like a huge speculation with everyone. Like, when somebody goes free agent, that's like a kind of a quirky skateboarder. They're like, oh, he's going to fucking Krooked. So I'm always like curious.
Did you watch Simon's part?
Fuck yeah, dude. He's sick.
What'd you think?
He's sick. What do you mean, dude? It's fucking awesome. Like, again, I was not familiar with it. I'm not gonna say like I was like huge.
You've never seen? Okay.
No, for sure. I mean, I feel like you and I have watched enough skateboarding every single week for the last years for me to have seen this guy by now, right?
Yeah, he's been in the arson department, so I'm sure you've seen him.
For sure, seen that shit. I just literally got done saying those. Were like, oh, actually, yeah. Yeah.
He does a sick line. It's either in the first or the second one, and he props up these metal, like the things that are on trees that you pop up as a bump, and he back 50s a rail and then pops back into the next one and then does a big spin off a curb. And the line is so sick.
Just you describing that line is pretty sick.
Yeah, he skates super good. I'm definitely a fan.
Is he been like a Krooked guy for a long time?
I think he's been getting boards for a while, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to verse myself in the amateurs of skating right now.
Mike, did you see that he was skating off-white Blazers?
No, but oh yeah, duh. I feel like, do I notice things like this anymore? Do I like, or do you just kind of?
What do you mean?
Like I feel like I just kind of like didn't really care. I guess like I noticed it, but I didn't like think of it as something I was gonna talk about later.
Oh, I did. Because to me it was like that shoe, like someone skating like the Virgil off-white Blazer, is like to me it's like, oh, it's gonna be like some kid on Instagram.
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
You know what I mean? And to me, like Simon, I don't know Simon Jensen, but the way he skates and dresses is like not that to me at all.
That's how I take it.
Seeing him skating in those, I was like, whoa, that's interesting. Like I thought it was tight. I didn't care, but it was funny because Instagram's so big. I don't take him as a hype
guy at all.
Yeah,
I don't get that vibe one fucking bit. However, do you remember there was like that guy that was like sawing off the heels and the toes and shit? And I was like, why is he doing this?
Yeah, I don't know. Instagram's a weird place.
And it had like 500 million views or some crazy shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, it was cool to me that like Simon was just skating him and had him like multiple clips throughout his part. Like it wasn't.
Was he a
to me, it was like
Nike guy?
He probably just thought those shoes were tight or something.
Probably just got them shits in a box and said, "Fuck it."
I would be pretty surprised if you got those in a box.
How else would you get those? Those are or they were fucking knockoffs. And he just says, well,
I doubted they were fake, but I would be surprised if he got them in his box.
Aren't those like $1,000 shoes or something?
No, I think when they drop, they're not that expensive, but you just have to be able to get it.
Word.
You know, like it's just a limited thing. Yes, but I don't know if that dude went and bought them, but I also don't think that he got them in his Nike box. Maybe he did. I don't know.
I remember when people were skating knockoff Kanye's, and that shit was funny as fuck to me. I always found that funny.
It is funny.
Let's talk about Brandon Westgate's rough cut. Did you take a peep at it? Mike, can you put your mic down? The more you move it, the more feedback I'm getting.
Weird.
Perfect.
Much better.
Yeah.
Weird.
We're on iTunes now. We don't need to be...
Is iTunes the big time or something?
We're in the big time now.
Mike, did you watch Westgate's rough cut?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's Bogtown? Is that like a cranberry thing?
I didn't even think about that.
No, I assumed it was something with that, like his hometown or something.
Yeah, I think I've heard the word bog before. I think he talked about him on his 9 Club, talking about bogs and shit.
I want to know now.
I'm curious too.
Yeah,
Boggled
good.
All that shit.
I'm boggled.
I don't know. I haven't watched. I watched a few minutes of his rough cut, and thing that I tripped out on was just how fast that he skates on everything. How much power he skates with.
Especially for this long. He's been doing this shit for so fucking long, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
He's literally a legend at this point. Well, not this point. Like, this dude's been a legend in my eyes, but I think, like...
Since what, Stay Gold?
There's just... Yeah, since Stay Gold for me, for sure. And then, like, the Made stuff was just, like, the fucking cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
I remember, like, when he, like, ollied up the loading dock. And I think it was Made, too. Jesus Christ. What a freak, right? How do you pull up to that spot and think of that?
I don't know. And he skates
it's a cranberry bog, bro. It's like where they're like on the top of the water.
Wow. Well, that's tight. I think it's cool when the name has some sort of meaning because sometimes I see names on these Thrasher parts and I'm like, nobody.
Oh my god! Speaking of that, did you watch Bobby Warris 9 Club a couple months ago?
I watched Bobby's.
Bro, where he's talking, where like they're asking about all of his parts and he has no idea which one is which because they're calling him by the names. He's like, yeah, sure.
That dude had so much footage come out, like it's probably a lot to remember.
He's like, I don't think of the. He's like, he said something like, I didn't think of the name. He's just like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah,
that's gonna be everybody's doom at the end of the day when they have so many names.
That's where
there's so many names. There's so many,
and there's so many individual parts, and it's still the number one quote is still part of what, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you call it though?
No, it's a part. Like
you call it a video.
You call it a video, I guess, right? Like
video clip.
The accurate thing.
I wouldn't call it a clip because a clip's a single clip.
If we're being technical, like what is it
just
a part
a video? What we're doing right now is a video and a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you say it's a part of a video, of a film. When you just say
it's a part of skateboarding at this point, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess,
but no, I know what you're saying.
Oh, you know that's true though too. That's kind of
that's kind of why you said that made sense.
I've always felt that way. I said, oh, you know what? This is a video part because that's what we do. We say everything's a part. We film with 90s cameras.
I still don't get it.
No, I don't either. But you know, I just showed Grant earlier. I showed him a front fubo I did on a ledge, and he said, "Damn, the sound of VX is so tight." And I just wanted.
They sound sick.
I threw up in my mouth when he said that.
No, they sound good. But I don't know, Drew, if you saw this, but there's a mic that just came out, like a VX mic that you can put on HD cameras.
What's it called?
The company's Wooden, I believe, like Wooden, Wooden mic.
Would you say it's pretty accurate to the sound?
It sounded good. Yeah, I watched like one thing that was comparing like clips with and without it, and it sounded.
Who makes it?
I think the company's called Wooden.
Okay. And do they advertise it as a VX mic or what do they call it?
Yeah, I could check the exact name, but everything.
Yeah, go ahead. Do that for me.
Calling it like the VX mic.
Is Chris Ray got one?
Chris Ray posted a clip with it either today or yesterday. Yeah, so it's called the Wooden Camera VX1000 mic.
Huh. Okay. So is the sound the big thing for you, or do you also like the video quality?
Me?
Yes.
I don't like it.
Or is it just a nostalgia because it's such a
I'm not
skateboarder
like the
thing?
biggest VX dude, but I don't dislike it. I think it could be cool. I think VX footage is cool when it's done right, and to me that's just like if the colors look a certain way. I don't like it when it's like super yellow and
I hate that.
hard to see. And sometimes people that film with the VX are like really like up down, like very crazy motions, and it's hard to see this.
I know. you know damn well that they saw something on Transworld. They're like, yeah, this is how you do it.
And it's like a little much. But then I see videos like Gron's Island. Those are all filmed on VXs, and like that footage looks great to me. Or Weekend, I think is starting to film HD, but they did tons of VX stuff that I thought looked good. But I do love the sound. Yes, it just sounds crispy, like someone grinding a ledge, like on a VX sounds sick.
You know, just because you brought up grinding a ledge, we got to talk about it right now. Nyjah Huston's sending it. He has a series called Send It Saturdays. He had part 4 go up. Super hyped on this series.
Are you?
It reminds me of Let's Go Skate with just some pro skateboarders.
I didn't know you were hyped on it.
Oh, so hyped. I wanted to end it. I wanted to end the show on Send It Saturdays because it had so much dope shit.
Like,
yeah, I was really impressed. Well, the highlight to me, and you would, contrary to belief, you might say, "Oh, it's when P-Rod said what's up." No, it was when it was a dope line when Ty filmed it with the stabilizer.
Yeah.
And did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
So that's the L.A. courthouse, right? Where it's at? No. I mean, it's by some
across from the Walt Disney Center, but I think
they call that?
Building.
It's a courthouse building, right?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay.
The ground is super good there.
Yeah, I know. I've skated a long time ago. They had a oh man, after he kickflips over the trash can, and he goes through the 3 flip, and he's telling people to get out of the way. He does a 3 flip in the lady's face and the guy's face during the line. Oh, that was the best. And then the backside flip afterwards, and then just straight up 50-50 the rail. Right, and then Ryan for the security guy's like, "See ya."
Well, do you like that Ty Evans type of footage?
Yeah, that's fine. Sure. I mean, I just highlighted because that's what it was filmed on. So yeah, it's fine. I'm not like eye gazing over it. It's just the nature of the environment, and it was appropriate for the session. That's the reason I like it. If it was on its own, Grant, no, it wouldn't have as much meaning to me, in my opinion. But because it was part of the whole skate session, I'm a big fan of Send It Saturdays. Not to mention, it's not over yet. Nyjah Huston 50-50 and aluminum rail, and that thing made the loudest screech. My ears hurt. I had these damn earphones on. It fucked me up.
Yeah, I mean that rail's been grinded before.
Has it?
Yes.
Who did what on it?
Deerdeck 50-50 in DC ad, but I believe they somehow put like, yes, and I believe they put a square rail over it, and he 50'd a square rail. No, I'm pretty sure. Like I've heard that plenty of times, but I don't remember when I watched it noticing that. I don't know.
What did he put in the adapter? Is there an adapter you put on square rail, circle rails?
Yeah, what exactly did he put on top to make it?
I don't know, but that's what I've heard from so many people, and now I want to go back and watch and see if you can tell.
And the DC film?
It's a DC ad. Like it's just,
you can't tell.
It's
like
just
gonna be VX.
People chasing him around, and then he grinds it. And then Tommy Finback lipped it. Yuto 5-0'd it. Jaden.
Yeah, I do remember when he 5-0'd it.
Jaden nose grinded it. This dude Jaden starts with a P. I'm drawing a blank. Jaden Bono nose grinded it.
Did you know it was aluminum before that episode?
Wait, back lip, is it like that real fucked up one that's like it runs into?
It's like the 20 in downtown LA.
What happened? What did that one blind dude do on it?
Nose grind. Jaden nose grinded it.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
That
rail's super gnarly. I've looked at it before, and the runway is not, especially for Nyjah skating at frontside, is so gnarly.
Drew, have you seen that nose grind clip from that blind dude?
Did not.
It's fucking heavy. It's cooking, bro. He's going so fast.
That rail's so steep. Steep.
I believe it. And I appreciate you highlighting me on it, and I appreciate Grant for informing me that other people have skated it.
You love the word highlight.
But you know what you like the word nothing. Can't think of anything. Grant, did you know it was aluminum prior?
it looks aluminum. So if someone asked me, I probably would have said, probably. But yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of people know that grinding aluminum is kind of sketchy. It's like a softer metal. Like what happened to Nyjah when it makes that crazy screech sound is like what could easily happen grinding aluminum. And he made it out safe, but it could have been a lot worse.
You know, I do remember Yuto doing a 5.0 on it.
Oh, yeah, that was like when Yuto first came out, like his next part.
Yeah, and then he did a back 3 shortly after that, right? On that gap, right? Or is it big spin?
No, I think he did a big back 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next new wave, he definitely does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, have you seen the Send It Saturdays yet?
I have not.
What?
I can't really say I'm like a huge Nyjah look into Nyjah's life is.
You know what? This is the looking into Nyjah's life I like is him skateboarding. All the other stuff. I mean, he shows his car off a little bit too much. I'm like, hey, just get that shit out of here.
That's kind of what I assume.
Move that to the left, man. No one needs to see that.
From
he shows off his little. Standpoint. He shows off his WD-40. He puts in the octane tank.
I must have closed it. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you just.
I probably exited out by then.
Send that shit to the trash. If you need to send it to the trash.
Dude,
you know what's funny?
I don't know.
You know what's funny though?
Skateboarder Nyjah's tight though, Mike. Skateboarder Nyjah's tight.
Right. And we're talking shit, or we're not. Well, yeah, we're talking shit. We're talking shit about him playing with his car and showing off his cars and shit, right? But if K-List were to do that, I would think it was sick.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Straight up.
And they're very different people.
You know why that? You know, I could speak for myself because I ain't trying to speak for you. It's because Nyjah's such a huge talent. Not saying K-List isn't, but I want to just see more Nyjah shit. I'm a Nyjah fan. His skateboarding.
I can tell you are.
His skateboarding's next level shit, man. He's one of the best skateboarders in the world, and he's still young. He's still got plenty of time. Although I was concerned because he said he got hurt really bad. I was like, oh, his rail days are over.
I mean,
maybe he went too hard in the paint.
All of his falls are devastating. There's not one
he's gotten super broke off. But
yeah.
I don't think he'll ever really slow down on. I mean, not for a while. Slow down on rail skating. He definitely slowed down on jumping down stairs. But he's so comfy skating rails.
They do switch big heel flip down 16 or the 12.
It's Hollywood, yeah.
Which one?
16.
16 or the 12. Jesus
Just 16.
Christ.
16, bro.
Jesus
16.
Christ.
Kickflip backside.
Cool ass trick to do down a 16
kickflip backside nose blunt.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, but big spin, switch big spin heel flip is fucking gangster, dude.
Yeah.
That's a very visually appealing trick.
Yeah.
Big spin heel flip. That looks good.
I'm really excited to talk about the next topic here about the footage party 3. And thanks, Grant, for correcting me. I thought it was party 3. FP3 is it's a Transworld video featuring the house skate shop in Vista. Mm-hmm. And I'm really hyped on Jacob Hayes and Jesse Kruger.
I'm hyped that you're hyped on that.
No, I am too, because these guys are local in the northern San Diego area, and I'm a really big fan. Hey, have you guys ever skated off a roof?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, Jacob Hayes skated the metal trim of the roof, and then he kind of fell off. He fell off, but you know that down part of the roof where it angles down? I thought he was gonna fall off the fucking roof. Got me a little hot here.
Since you've watched this, you've sounded pretty hyped on it.
Mm-hmm.
What was it exactly? Why did you get so psyched on this?
Because they skated some San Diego spots.
Okay.
And it was just something that was just frankly just good skateboarding. Impossible over tables.
Yeah.
Reminisced over Dylan Reader. Frontside 360 on NBC 4 block.
That was really good.
Yeah. And so, just they gave me incentive to like them. I don't know. It was just a weird connection.
Yeah.
And then also the thing that cemented it, I was like, okay, I'm having fun watching this video part. But the thing that cemented it was when Jesse Kruger kickflipped into the grass gap. He landed on the grass and slid down.
Yeah. Is that the ender or towards the end?
What the hell? Yeah, that was the ender.
Yeah.
That was gnarly.
That was insane. I need to watch that again.
Kickflip in a big ass grass gap, landing on grass on a grass hill. It's so anticlimactic too, because you're like, damn, and it's rolling to the grass.
That's so gnarly, though.
It's gnarly, man. Jesse Kruger is the truth.
I think it's the second to last trick.
Yeah. No, what's the last trick?
It's an impossible on a bump over bar.
Well, if it was, it didn't have as much landing impression as that kickflip over the gap. They played their cards wrong with that one. What did you like about FP3, or at least these two video parts? Because the whole video just
I haven't watched the whole thing, but I did watch the shared part. I just thought it was like refreshing, good skating. Like the trick selection was really cool. There was a lot of sick, like cool spots. Definitely a few that I recognized from San Diego area.
Mm-hmm.
All the lines looked cool. It was filmed really good. We were just talking about VX. To me, this was like very properly filmed VX. I enjoyed it. As dude, I think it might have been, I don't remember which one of them did it, Jacob or Jesse, did a front board ollie over on the barrier, and that trick is crazy, especially on a barrier. That's super gnarly, and he did it really well. There's just a lot of like memorable, cool looking tricks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. The Transworld also released another video part too, but I didn't get a chance to watch that guy's video part. Unfortunately, it was a solo part from
Footage Party.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I missed it. Either. I missed it, but I'm contemplating on buying their video. It's only $10. If you guys are interested in buying it, it's at the houseofvista.bigcartel.com.
Sick.
You can also buy their the real boards collaboration they did with the House Skate Shop.
Nice.
Real rad.
That's sick.
Big shout out to you guys over there. I like what you guys are doing. Dustin Dollin getting rocked on the Hall of Meat. Mike Medina.
Oh, no.
Did you take a gander?
Oh no! Grant and I had this conversation when Pedro knocked himself the fuck out, and then we had a conversation a few like weeks later about it, if I'm not mistaken, right?
What was the conversation? I missed it.
So I don't like seeing that shit, man. I don't like seeing people getting knocked out, laid out, fucking stretched like that, dude.
Oh, so you're not a fan of Hall of Meats at all?
No, I'm certainly not a fan of. Well,
I can't even believe that people. Follow that account.
Grant.
Dude,
I want to give Mike's take.
I totally agree with Grant. Like, there are some fucking crazies out there that like watching these people get smoked over and over for it to be an entire page dedicated to it, right? Hall of Meat, dude, and they're like the most devastating slams. Like that Dollin one, I'll probably never forget that Dollin slam.
Yeah. Grant,
and I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fuck.
Right. Okay, Grant. I'd like to hear what you were saying. I just didn't. I don't like over talking.
Bro, I almost feel like I thought the first time I saw it, I almost thought he was kidding. Like I thought Dustin like was joking that he fell and he was just like kidding for a second until he literally was sleeping. Yeah. Fucking crazy. Sorry. Yeah. That fall sucks, dude.
Grant?
I was just gonna say I don't. Like, I get, like, the internet, there's funny videos out there, and people like to watch funny stuff on the internet, but I don't understand why you want to watch people get smoked that bad. Like, I saw that only because it was sent in a group chat I was in on Instagram. If I saw that on YouTube, I would not have clicked on it. Like, I don't want to see that. And even, like, watching... Go ahead.
You don't watch any Hall of Meats?
Not consistently, no. I definitely don't follow the Instagram account.
No. Okay. The only one that I watch is when they like get posted, and I'm just like, oh god.
I'm not saying I've never clicked on one on YouTube, but there's certain slams that are gnarly, but I could like, wow, like that sucked. But like, especially someone getting knocked out, I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like, honestly, this is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people because a lot of people love watching Pedro Delfino skate. But like now, if I see Pedro Delfino, I'm like, I kind of don't want to look because he's gonna get so. Like he skates the gnarliest stuff, like, and we've seen him get so smoked. Like I don't know if I want to see this right now.
Totally bodied.
Like that gap out to nose grind he did in the indie film we talked about earlier. Like he could have got laid,
dude. And he has. He's in his Welcome to Death Wish part. He gets knocked out twice.
Twice. In like it's devastating fashion too. Like they're not just like nuts. It's like him like fucking eyes rolling back into
like
his
seizing,
head, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah. Dude, it's bad.
I hate those falls.
Happened to me. I know what it's like. Mike, I'm a little curious because you watch UFC. How versus someone getting knocked out during a kick? I know it's not the same, but how are you able to watch someone getting knocked out in a fight versus?
I think I'm ready for it. I'm prepared. I came in for it to watch that, and I'm. Okay. also from a fan standpoint, I think the whole knockouts are exciting to watch. But I'm watching skate parks to see made tricks on crazy obstacles, or you know what I mean.
Oh,
I'm
fair,
not there to
fair.
watch.
It's a different nature of the game, but
yeah,
I mean,
for
gotcha.
sure. Especially because I skate, I don't fight. So like I know that skating hurts really bad, and it's almost like you ever heard the term like leave it up to the professionals? That's how I feel about fighting. Leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Shit.
Oh, I'm glad I wrote this down. Muska said on Instagram on a comment, he said, "Ouch, time to take a nap," with a sleepy emoji.
Good note. I'm glad Muska said that.
Dude, Muska, I saw him comment on like Nyjah's fucking USA like Olympic thing, and he was like stoked, talking about like how it's gonna bring fans and all this and everything. Like, I feel like Muska back in the day may not have said that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no,
maybe grown up Muska. Yeah. He's all for it, but I think San Diego beach bum Muska would have been like, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things have progressed since then, though.
Yeah, and I mean, dudes get older, too, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
I used to pick fights with Darrell Stanton on this show.
Yeah. Sour, sick but suck.
Oh, Sour's the best.
Sour's
them and like
dope.
Palace are like my favorite Euro brands, man.
Okay.
They're sick.
Did you check out the Sour the video?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I've been big like fan of these Sour dudes ever since Sweet Mafia. Or what was it called? Is that what it called? Sweet Mafia?
What was it called? It was called Sweet Skateboards, right?
Yeah, that was Sweet. But there's some of the same dudes like left Sweet to start Sour.
Yeah, Gustav being one of them.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So is Sweet still a thing?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe they all got a sour taste in their mouth after that.
That's why they called it Sour. They left, I guess, with some beef.
Okay.
But yeah.
Talk about the video part for me, Grant.
To me, I mean, the thing I love to watch about Sour videos, a lot of European stuff in general, the spots always look so cool. Like architecture is so different there than the U.S. And don't get me wrong, like I wouldn't say that I dislike watching people skate rails or something, but it's cool to see this footage where it's like it's not these dudes grinding huge kink rails all the time, but it's them skating like weird banks or like sick ledges and just stuff that looks a lot different to the eye. And like random sculptures and a lot of European stuff. Like you could think of European spots as being super good, and then you can also think of a lot of like really crusty, hard to skate European spots. And there's definitely like a cool mix of that, and just very creative trick selection.
Yeah. Okay.
As well as I have to highlight this. We talked about this when Sour Solution 2 came out. It is so cool to me.
I love that name, by the way.
Sour Solution, yeah. It's so cool to me that Gustav is probably the most well-known dude on that company. Mm-hmm. And he also filmed that video. And like his skating is so amazing in it. There's lines that he films in that like I would love to see a long lens angle of how he's filming because it's so crazy.
And you're saying he's a really good filmer as much as a skateboarder?
Yeah, he films amazing. Like there's a line in the Sour Solution video where someone wallies and they kind of have to duck down to dodge this thing above their head. And Gustav is following him for that line, and then he runs and ducks under that while running and then like follows them for a trick off the curb. And I just remember seeing that line like, dude, that's crazy. Like a lot of people probably would not be down to film it like that. And he somehow made it work. Which is tight.
That is tight. Would you say he'd be able to keep up with Milton Martinez in his firing line?
I don't know how anyone can keep up with Milton.
I'm gonna go with that and say no.
Yo, if you're gonna keep up with Milton, you better start pushing like 10 seconds before he starts, because he's gonna catch up to you and probably pass you. That dude skates so fast. How does he skate that fast? Like, you know what I trip out about people skating that fast is like they have to be so confident in the tricks that they're doing. And I get it. Like that dude's obviously so talented, but if you're gonna skate that fast, like you're so committed to every trick you try.
So I'm curious, what's that slide that they use to slow down? That little
power slide?
Yeah, it's just called power slide? I don't know if there's a term.
Are you talking about Milton's line in particular?
Yes.
I need to check it because wait, was it in the indie thing or is it separate?
No, it's a firing line.
Okay. I don't know if I watched this firing line. Wait, was it the one with the lip slide?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, what's that thing that they slow down? Is it just called power slide? I don't know if you guys have a name for it.
I need to watch it real quick. Yeah, he just power slides and then he ollies up the curb. Yeah, little speed check. You can call it a speed check.
Oh, speed check. Okay.
Power slide. Yeah.
See, I knew there's a term for it.
I never heard speed check before.
I never heard it either. But if the new kids know it, they have names for
I was
all
gonna say we're 30, he's 20. Yeah. I'm gonna go with whatever he says.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a power slide. They were just really quick.
That's a power slide.
So, do you power slide, Grant?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
What's the secret to a power slide, other than having Spitfire wheels?
That's the secret.
That's number one.
Yeah,
that's literally the secret.
I don't know. You just have to lean back and push on your back heel, I guess. And then when it starts to grip or slow down, you just turn it back and you keep going.
He must have flat spots like a motherfucker.
Who, Milton?
Yeah.
I mean, either that or he probably goes through wheels so fast. Dude, he skates. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that lip slide, and the scary thing about the lip slide to me is like not just being able to get there, but be able to get off at the drop.
You have to have enough speed to pop out like that. Like you can't be just like kind of sliding at the end, and
and then you just let me
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Let me just nudge my board over there and see.
Oh man, seeing people get smoked on a power slide at times is bad too, man.
Yeah, seeing someone stick when they power slide is like the worst.
See, that's I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't know how to power slide.
You never did a power slide?
Nope. And if I try, I feel like I would fall.
It's so fun.
You know how
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm some hill bombing dude, but power slide express.
Certainly not that.
Power slide express.
I'm certainly not a hill bombing dude.
Power slides are fun though.
Mike, how do you slow down when you're going downhill?
Ah, fucking tail block that shit.
No way. Are you serious? I
don't do that.
I grew up on a hill, like a mellow hill, but to go where we would skate all the time during the week, I would like skate down that hill to get to where we would go.
Yeah,
so I think that's why. Dude. No, I know. I literally just said that, but I'm saying I think that's why like power sliding was like I would power slide since like I started skateboarding, so I would go down that hill.
That's funny. I'm gonna tail block that shit.
That's gnarly. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah. That's way sketchier.
Nah, dude, it's easier, man. You can hold on to your board.
I just straight up hit my soul against the floor.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, last time I tried to hill bomb, I got bodied and like low key blacked out. Like I don't remember it.
Whoa.
Like I didn't hit my head, but I just like the impact was so gnarly that like I just don't remember it really.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it was fucking gnarly. I got fucking smoked. It was so bad, bro, that like I took my shirt off and walked around.
Wow. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yep. Like we're like I feel like I'm bleeding all over. I need to take this off.
Yeah, it's called bodied.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Whole body hurts. Everything. You don't even know what to do.
I literally just felt like a scab.
Dude, it's the worst.
Like I was just.
Did you feel like a scab for slab?
Yep.
Dude, you know what it is?
Did you
like what makes? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like with those Hollow meats, like just knowing, not like I've slammed as bad as Dustin Dollin did on that slam.
Fuck that.
But knowing like what it feels like to slam that hard, it's like I watch that and I just feel like I'm feeling the pain. That's why I don't want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can imagine how much pain he's in. Like it's almost realistic to us.
No, he literally got completely KO'd.
Well, he didn't wake up feeling good. I could guarantee you that.
Oh yeah, he probably didn't wake up knowing what was going on at all. The sesh
probably woke up really tired and just like,
The sesh was probably way over. You know what I mean? Like shit.
Dude, it was so gnarly.
That's the worst one, dude.
You know, they say you need to go to a hospital every time you hit your head because you can be bleeding in there.
Internal bleeding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I've had a concussion before. That shit feels so weird, man.
That's not good.
Oh fuck no.
We got a couple premieres coming up. Patrick Parman. Praman, thank you.
Yep, Fillet alumni, dude. He's sick.
Yes, sir. Friday night, Long Beach Skate. Thunder Trucks part.
You gonna be there, Grant?
I will be there. I will. I'm gonna drive down to Long Beach tomorrow.
Cool.
I'm hyped to watch the part.
Where's it at?
It's at a shop down there called Long Beach Skate, LB Skate.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. So they're doing it there.
OBS.
Pizzanista sponsoring it, so free pizza. Free
That
pizza,
good?
free beer. Yeah, I like Pizzanista.
It's not bad.
I've heard so many people say it's not bad.
Not bad. It's to your standards, Mike. It's probably not that great.
Nah, Chicago pizza is dust your guys'
It's
shit,
not
man.
bad. I frankly have had better pizza than Pizzanista, but I love them.
But it's also not like you're going there to like it's like inexpensive and
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's good pizza.
I wouldn't say it's inexpensive.
It's not like
How
you're
much
going
is a
for
large
some like
pizza from Pizzanista?
oh I don't know. I buy pizza by the slice if I'm going there.
How much is a slice of pizza from
I
Pizzanista?
think it's like $2.
Yeah,
That's a good ass price, Drew. That's a good price.
Yeah, but I always get the. I mean, come on, you ain't gonna get one slice from me. I gotta at least
No,
get four.
I need two
four.
slices. Is it like a really little slice? What's the slice size?
Average. I'd say average
Slice,
size.
but it's thin. Most of them, they're mostly thin.
Yeah.
Oh, like New York shit where you got to fold it like a taco?
I always eat pizza like that.
Yeah, me too.
Word.
I love eating pizza like that.
Word.
Yeah.
But there's another premiere happening tonight, though,
It's like a
bro.
flopper.
Tonight, San Diego. If you're there, you better get to OB right now.
Yeah, if you're not doing a Skate Fillet podcast, I'd be down there.
Yes, Alexis Ramirez.
I was talking to Alexis a couple months ago, and he was telling me that his Transworld part, he's dropping it. He said it's good, but he said, but Drew, that Thrasher part, he said that's going to be the heavy hitter. So it's premiering tonight at the OB Culture Brewery in San Diego. It starts at 7, right, Grant?
Yes, they're doing a skate jam right now at OB Skate Park, and then they're going over to Culture.
Wrapping up by now. They started at
Shaka's
4.
Park?
Yeah.
Yes, OB Park, Shaka's Park. And then they're going over to Culture at 7. And yeah, his part will be dropping tomorrow on Thrasher. There's definitely some hype around this. I mean, me being from San Diego and following so many people from San Diego, I'm sure I'm seeing that hype maybe a little more than the average person. But if like people are pretty psyched to see it, Alexis is definitely skates. Like one thing that I get so hyped on about Alexis is he's naturally so good at skating, but he works so hard. Like he skates every day, always out in the streets.
That's what they do it. Those mafia dudes are
I'm hyped to see. I'm really hyped to see what he's been working on.
Yeah, he's good.
Just had his DC shoes colorway drop this past week, and yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if there's another announcement tonight.
Things are looking good for Alexis Ramirez.
Things are looking great.
I mean,
you know what? Go ahead, Mike. No, I don't want to cut you off on the mafia. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the mafia has definitely followed their protocol and their order, right? Like even Marshall's pro. Like,
Marshall went pro. Steven went pro. Obviously, Alexis is next. And after dropping a part 3 weeks ago, and then he's here dropping another one, and his shoe colorway just dropped, I'm saying he has to get his board. There's no other. He has to.
Yeah. If not, there will be a riot in the streets led by Drew's Day.
OB will be going crazy if he doesn't get his board tonight.
Is that where he's from?
Crazy.
No, well, not from Ocean Beach, no. But OB's just a part of San Diego, so.
Yeah, I've been there. A frontside half cab half cab flipped that fucking hip, dude. Long ways.
I Gar Mariano the curb.
That's in PB.
That part, there was like a really hot chick.
Oh, that is in PB.
When I was there. She was good.
I forgot about that. There's other stuff going on skateboarding. Louie Lopez went on an FA trip. He's there right now.
Yeah, he's getting on FA, dude. Let's be real.
I didn't even know he left Flip. What happened with that?
Yeah, he bounced recently.
Yeah, he thanked him for his time there and dipped.
12 years, I believe it was.
It's a long time.
So long.
Especially when you're only like 21. How old
he
is
was
he?
on there when Shane was on there, right? Shane Cross?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What's it called? Extremely Sorry?
Mm-hmm. It was in that.
Yeah, the yellow one? Is it yellow?
Yeah, it was yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
I had that video. I don't remember much skating in it, but I had it.
That was my first DVD.
Oh,
my first DVD was Really Sorry.
Was it Really Sorry? Okay, no, it was Really Sorry then.
Yeah, Extremely Sorry isn't like
I had Really Sorry on VHS for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Are you sure they had it for VHS? I question that. You probably had Sorry.
I mean, you could be right.
No.
Let's be real.
Let's be real. Let's also be real about Emmanuel Guzman. He was cruising around SC. Not a lot, no news about this, just him talking about how much he loves Santa Cruz. He likes cruising in Santa Cruz. He likes riding for Santa Cruz, and he likes NHS. Cool. Let's move on to the next part. Alex Hallford, full pipe loop. That shit was nutty.
Was gnarly.
That was
insane,
nutty.
Dude.
Woo.
Okay,
I was like, what's this guy doing? And
So
all of a sudden,
how much?
it happened?
I want to compare this to the Tony Hawk loop, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who you guys saying it's gnarlier, equivalent?
No, I think the Tony Hawk loop is much not much gnarlier, but definitely gnarlier.
It's only gnarlier because of
Speed and size.
the precedence of it. He was the first.
You know
one to
what's
do it.
gnarly about this dude's though? Is that I was actually there a few months ago, or it was last summer, when Lizzie and a few other people did the Tony Hawk loop.
Totally.
And first of all, they're padded up, they have helmets, and they have pads to try it into. And they know they have the speed because they have that big roll in.
Yeah.
This dude just has to pump. This dude's got no helmet, no pads, no pad to land into.
Yeah.
Like the gnarliness it's pretty buck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would say to me, it's someone that will never even consider doing something like that. I would say they're probably equivalent. If you ask someone that had done Tony Hawk's, I don't know what they'd say.
But the speed is the scariest thing about it, though. If you think about it,
that's like you say it's guaranteed, but at the same time you're dropping in from
not guaranteed, but to me it's like there's a higher chance that the dudes on the Tony Hawk one have the speed they need. If this dude doesn't pump hard enough and tries it, and he doesn't have the speed, and he doesn't get all the way over.
I hear what you're saying, but I still stand by what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm
not trying to convince you. I just wanted to talk about it.
To be going that fast and going straight,
It's pretty gnarly.
You might not fall straight down, but you know damn well that speed's going somewhere.
That's true. Yes, I actually saw it happen when last summer. Steve Cab looped out and just flew. I swear, he just went flying.
Did he half cab it out?
No, he landed on the pad. Thankfully, it was gnarly.
Oh shit!
And then Riley Hawk was getting so close, and he got pretty smoked.
He got for sure. Those falls were bad, dude.
The only one that he really went for, he had it. Yeah. Had it into the pad every try over and over. I was like, okay, Riley's got this 100%. Barely doesn't make it. Bodied.
Who does Hallford ride for?
I haven't even heard of that dude.
Jordan Hallford?
No.
Alex Hallford.
Oh,
the dude that did this loop.
His cousin.
Yeah.
His cousin. I don't know who he skates for. I'd never even heard the name.
If it was his cousin.
I think they're.
You guys think I'm joking? It is his cousin. Look it up.
That'd be hilarious.
All right, whatever. Next topic.
Actually, speaking of Jordan Hallford, did you hear what happened at Black Plague?
I did see that. Yeah, broken in.
That's fucked up, dude. Jeez.
Well, explain it, Mike. What happened?
There's video footage of a guy pulling up and then just breaking in, going straight to the register, pulling the register, and walking straight out.
I did see. I think it was. I clicked on Manny Santiago. Someone else involved with Black Plague going in their Instagram, and they said that money drawer that the person took was empty.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and they were saying that they think there's been other break-ins in breweries around the North County area, so it must. They were thinking maybe it's just the same dude, going brewery to brewery.
I mean, he definitely had his technique down, dude. He was in and out in a minute.
A minute.
Sucks to see though.
Fuck yeah, dude. It almost, you know what? It almost gave me that broken into skate shop vibe. Cause I've drank.
Oh, that's the
Black
worst
Plague.
to see.
Dude, that's the worst. That shit'll you'll get your ass beat over some shit like that, dude.
That's so wrong.
That's so wrong on so many levels. But I got that vibe from this, dude. Honestly, same thing.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Black Plague and it is literally full of skateboarders, dude.
Yeah, it is for sure. I mean, I've only been there once and it was for a skate premiere, so I guess obviously there was.
I went there on a fucking Thursday and it was still full of skateboarders, you know.
Yeah.
Which is sick. That's where I'm trying to drink beer at. What the fuck?
Next up, we got Nick Dompierre and Geoff Rowley's 9 Club. I've been calling him Rowley for so long. I was insulted I haven't been corrected before that.
I've been calling him Rowley my whole life.
But it also reminds me I was calling Lenosi Lenach.
Really?
Lenach?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Is there a TCH that I haven't been seeing at the end of his name?
Real weird. When I was younger, there was this dude I skated with that used to call Primos Primo.
You said Lenach? Primo?
Yeah.
Dude, this is insane.
That used to piss me off, man. It's like it's not called that.
Yes, it's called.
And I chill. You know that dude Josh that I was with in Cali?
Yes.
He fucking always calls him it should.
And I was called.
And he says Saudi.
But the people, Saudi's like a thing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's no A
But
there.
like
There's no A.
everyone else says it.
No,
Saudi.
but see, the Saudis, like, people actually say Saudi.
I don't get it, dude.
I don't know why either. Don't get me wrong. It's a O. It's S-O.
I call Margera Morega. I
Dude,
remember that one.
You did. I do remember that. Like, if someone saw the word so, like, he would have say Saudi. Like, why is it Saudi? That makes zero sense. Whatever.
It should. It should.
I remember a Weekend Buzz, Ishad talked about, like, mispronunciations of his name.
Yeah, he straight up says it how to say
Ishad?
it.
He was like,
Ishad.
yeah, it's Ishad, but I'm down. Like, Ishad is acceptable, but
Yeah.
Ishad makes no sense because there's no E.
No, it is.
I was like, that's a great point. Like, how do
He's
people?
right.
Yeah.
I totally agree with him.
Yeah.
It should. That shit makes me crazy.
He comes up on every episode, regardless. He has to.
Saudi.
The biggest takeaway I took away from Jeff Rowley is how connected he was with music,
Me too. That was gangster.
and how he has a huge connection with the Beatles. He said that he went to the same school as John Lennon, but he wouldn't confirm that he went during the same time John Lennon was at that school.
No, that doesn't make any sense, Drew.
I don't. Oh, wait, is John Lennon that old?
Didn't he die in like the fucking?
I would assume John Lennon's a lot older than Jeff Rowley. Yes.
No, I guess
John Lennon has to be way older than Jeff.
But isn't Paul McCartney older than John Lennon though?
Bro, he died in 1980.
Jeff Rowley can't be older than what, 40?
Shit.
Yeah, you're right.
John Lennon has way older than that. But they went to the same school? I haven't listened to Jeff's yet.
Oh, yeah, they went to the same school. And even further than that, Jeff's father went to the same school as Paul McCartney.
McCartney?
McCartney, yeah.
What did I say, McCarthy? McCartney.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's another Jeff Rowley and it's spelled like normal Jeff and he's a big wave surfer?
What? No, didn't know that. Random. So random.
That's just when you thought, because everyone used to call him Geoff.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I was
So when you think you got the Raleigh part right, it's wrong. But
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Rowley was born in '76.
So he
was 4 when dude died.
Oh shit, that's nutty. So how about Nick Dompierre? Did you guys see his skate fillet, his nightclub?
I did.
I did not.
I did. I was entertained by his crazy cop stories.
Yeah.
During his party time. Yeah.
I still laugh at my face when he told me he got tased by cops.
Dude.
Did he talk about his gray beanie?
Yes. He always talks about
Did he really?
They talked about the gray beanie.
They gave him a gray beanie after the show.
They did. They did.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like my only thing that I knew him by that shit for so long, dude.
The beanie.
That's so funny. I kind of want to listen to the nightclub.
My friend Jose Nova said that he wore beanies just because of Nick Dompierre.
Dude, he was like that beanie dude. For
He was
sure.
the
You
dude.
knew he was wearing that gray beanie.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the gap that he ollied? Was it a cover? And then K-Walk's front 180'd it in King of the Road last year.
Yep.
Drew, it's off the
That
8.
wasn't in a cover. There's
It
footage.
wasn't? Huh?
There's footage of it.
I know. I was just was it a cover though?
Oh,
I didn't say there wasn't footage.
What's the spot?
It's in Mission Valley, right? You could see it right when you're switching from the 1.
That was a cover.
To the 8.
That was
Yeah,
a cover.
that spot just got demolished.
The spot is massive.
Damn.
I was in San Diego last weekend.
Forever.
Whole building gone.
Forever will be legacy for Nicky D.
Whole building is just gone. And David 50-50 that rail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Down
that's
and then out.
nuts.
And Nick Dompierre actually said on Instagram that he stuck kickflip down that gap as well.
Yeah, I saw it. I've
That's
seen
so
that. I've
gnarly.
seen that clip. You never saw that clip?
I don't remember seeing the footage. I just saw that he had said that.
It was in a bonus footage or the ending. I've seen it. I saw it.
That's so heavy.
He stuck it.
That's so heavy.
That's super heavy.
Oh man.
that thing doesn't make any sense.
Have you ever stood at the top?
Yeah, of course I did. But you know that stair set adjacent from it where it's like an 8 flat 2 or something
Oh
like that?
yeah.
And it has a kinked rail.
Mm-hmm.
John Alley gets smoked on that thing, like absolutely dies in New Blood. And then there's this kid from like Arizona that showed him up the 50-50 the whole thing in a montage. But anyways, the reason I bring it up is because Tyrone Olsen tried to tray flip it. I was like, geez, this thing's fucking huge.
The 8 flat 2, you're saying?
Yeah, that thing's bug.
Did you film Tyrone try it?
Hell yeah, I did.
That's sick.
He kept yelling at cars for getting in the way. I was like,
not surprised.
It's a street. Like, let him be.
I'm not remotely surprised.
Yeah. Our last topic will be about Antihero Black Velvet series. It's a 4-board series. And the best part about it is when they get Sister Wendy. And I was totally oblivious to Sister Wendy. I was like, she's talking about like these paintings of the board graphics. And it's like the most ugliest doctored video Adobe After Effects ever done. She's like, look at the attention to detail and the colors. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can still see part of the old painting you're talking about.
That's funny.
It's like the corner. Look at this right here, right? This corner is clearly a different painting.
Yeah. Like it's just all it's not done proper. But I mean that's probably part
of it. That's the whole part about it though.
Yeah.
She's like, I appreciate the bright colors and the seamless brush strokes of detail. Bitch, shut up. Funny. Just buy the John Cardiel board.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you see real quick? I know you said that was last topic, but
yeah, no, yeah, you got something? Sneak one in.
Yeah, on Thrasher, they came out with a new Out There, which is a newer series that they've started with Aaron Herrington. Did either of you see that, or have you seen any of the episodes of that series?
How new is this series? How many episodes have they had of this?
I believe this is the third. They did Cater, Mason Silva, and I think this is the third.
Yeah, actually, I guess I have seen them all besides this one then.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I remember seeing the Cater one, and it's pretty different for a Thrasher piece than what we've normally seen from Thrasher. That's the one
where like Mason's like taking photos and shit, right?
Yeah, Mason talks a lot about like being into photography. He talks about not sure like what his board situation is right now. It's definitely more of like a little bit of skating, but it's more like a behind the scenes, like talk about whatever that person's going through or something. And today they came out with Aaron Harrington's, and he talks a lot about like a drinking problem he was going through, and he didn't say what trip it was on. He just mentioned a name of someone that from the company that sent him home. I would assume it was a cons trip, maybe a polar trip. They were traveling. I think he said they're in Portugal, and he was struggling with drinking at the time. And whoever this dude Jerome was told him like, okay, we're like sending you home from this trip. Like you got to handle this. And to him, home at the time, like he lives in New York. And so he's like, okay, cool. Like I'm going home. I'll figure it out. And they ended up telling him like, oh no, we've talked to your parents. Like we're flying you to Oregon and so you can figure this out.
And they documented all this for that series?
No, they documented. They filmed for a couple days, and it's him talking about it like currently. And this happened over a year ago because he's been sober now for a period of time.
Okay.
So they're talking about it after the fact. But his episode, yeah, it's about that. Which the drinking stuff was interesting. It was great to hear that he's doing a lot better with that now. We've definitely heard that, like a similar struggle with a lot of other skateboarders. And he also talks about, which is interesting, him using Google Maps to find skate spots, which is pretty crazy.
That is crazy. How you gonna see the? Oh, he must not get the aerial view. He must get the 3D perspective.
Yeah, you could get the 3D one. And I mean, I've used Google Maps in terms of like I know spots in this area, but he is just like. And he talks in other interviews, like he doesn't really want to skate spots that anyone else has ever skated. And he's just like going through neighborhoods, and he talks about how New York is so big. Like this is the best way for him to see certain things.
What's the name of the series again? Oh, Out There. I see
Out There. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to take it was rad.
It was definitely, it was a good watch. I think it's cool because Thrasher's doing something different and something we're not really seeing much of. In a way, it reminds me of stuff that the Barracks used to do. And it's cool that
he has a drinking problem?
Dude,
he's too young to be having drinking problems.
He's sober now.
That's way too young.
I mean, bro, think about Reynolds.
That's crazy.
Reynolds
I'm glad he's doing better, man.
Alcoholism
Alcoholism is a serious thing. That's a serious drug. That's a serious drug is alcohol. Yeah. Cool. Before we go, Grant had an Instagram clip where we're gonna start a new segment. It's gonna be more prominent. We're working on some stuff on the show to make the show more entertaining and fun and interactive with the listeners. So today we're butchering it. Grant, if you can pull up the Instagram clip, we'll show your phone. And then Mike Medina also has a poll. We're gonna be doing a weekly poll.
Yes.
Grant, let me know when you're ready. I'm sorry.
I got it right here.
Okay.
No,
cool.
You're good.
Right,
my choice.
Go ahead and show it up. What's your Grant's first edition of the Grant Scram?
Edition number 1. We have this photo of a topic we actually discussed today. Simon Jensen here doing a kickflip. This was his ender and his welcome to Krooked part. I was super hyped the second I saw this photo because the way he's flicking it is so sick through the trees.
That thing's like Jamie Ford.
The white fence, like everything about it looks insane.
You sound like Beagle.
Did I? I didn't. I don't know why it came off like that. I was just hyped on that photo.
What's the name of the Instagram account that has it?
Bram de Martellare, I would guess. He's a Crooked Adventure TM. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. He posted that photo of Simon doing the kickflip, which is the ender from his part. And it's a super rad photo, and it captures that spot really well.
And you were saying there's something about those shoes, right?
Yeah, that's what Mike and I talked about earlier. These are like the off-white Blazers, like a limited shoe that are very like hype beast people are into. And he
straight up skating
his part. Yeah.
Straight up getting dirt.
Just killed it in him, which is tight.
I love it. In your face, sneakerheads.
Yeah.
Mike, what's the poll? What's the poll question you came up with this week?
Well, we were talking about Abe filming Louie being filmed, which Grant and I have been on a constant discussion since he left. Well, shit, before he left Flip, right? He was already like riding FA boards and everything.
So I don't think he was ever skating them.
What about the cover?
Well, yeah, no, who knows what was up with that? But that board doesn't even have a graphic on the cover.
It looks spray painted.
It does, and then the clip of it in the video, it's an FA board, but that's not his setup.
Yeah, but this one is. It has a Volcom sticker on it.
I know. We talked about this when it happened. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. That's where I'm trying to base the origins back to where they came from. Yeah, and apparently we're at a strong 77% say duh.
What's the poll? What did you ask?
Yeah. What was the poll?
Oh, I said, will he be the next FA hockey pro or rider or some shit? What did I say? Will Louie Lopez be FA hockey's newest pro? 77% say duh. 23% say he's on chocolate.
I love it. April Fool's still living strong.
Yeah.
You know,
that was the best one by far.
I still haven't seen. I tried to find that photo. Does anyone have that photo?
It's got to be on Slap.
I didn't screenshot it.
I looked on Slap. I couldn't find it.
Oh, really?
If you guys can find it, please send it over to your boy. And Mike, how many people participated in the poll?
43 for duh, 13 for he's on chocolate.
I love it. Cool.
Sick.
Right on. In closing, I'm gonna do a little call to action. It's actually a bit of news that we have. We are now on a lot of major podcast platforms. We're now on iTunes, Spotify, Google Music Play, and Stitcher. And pretty soon you'll be able to tell your Alexa devices and say, play Skate Fillet. So
I don't even...
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Grant.
I was just going to say, I don't have an Alexa, but I am so hyped for that. I just want to see an Alexa and say it. Like, I'm just going to, I just want to see one.
Oh, you do?
I can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I'd be happy to hear it come out of Mike's Alexa. The only call to action that I would personally ask is if you guys could just go on iTunes and leave a review. It can even be a bad review. I'll be sad, but I would like a little review if you don't mind. Anyways, I appreciate you all for listening. and expect, again, some cool stuff coming in the very near future. Me and Grant already did some testing, and we have some cool stuff in the works. So thank you for listening. I'm Andrew Iano, Grant Fierro, Michael Medina. This is Skate Fillet. We'll catch you guys next week.
Skatefillet.com.
Peace.
Later, skaters.